it's really hard to. So first of all, how do you make sure that you're visibly leading and not being a visible bystander in DE&I? And as for me personally, and for my leaders, you know, it's a crucial point, and it also reflects the authenticity of the people. It's one thing to say things, and then it's another one to step right into the breach, where the problem happens live, in private and in public. And if you're not the same person in private that you are in public, people feel it. It's somehow palpable. So I don't know how to say. I don't know how you can ensure it. I think you can try to guide in that direction as a leader. I'll give a little bit of background on how I lead. So generally speaking, I don't see myself as the top of this pyramid that is this the classic pyramid structure company. I also don't see myself as the bottom of a pyramid in the servant leadership model. I see myself much more like you probably do. I see myself as a partner in a big partnership with a lot of partners, and my partners all have a role to play like I do, and they all have super important jobs, and so do I. And we all there's some overlaps in things, but generally speaking, we each have an individualized job to do. So with that in mind, with that as a backdrop, I think every time one of the things that jobs that I feel like I need to do is call it as I see it publicly, because that's one demonstration of not being a visible bystander. So I publish things on LinkedIn that are a little more edgy, maybe, or at least they're very clear on issues that are on issues of DE&I. And I view that as important, so that I signal to my team that they should be doing that in public and in private. And then in private with my team, I'm very explicit, and I interrupt hiring decisions. One of my favorite things to do. I gave an example earlier in this talk, if it made the cut in the edit, I interrupted somebody hiring somebody for a big job because they hired out of their network, and the network that didn't go through and really interview a broad slate of candidates that included diverse candidates. And so, guess what? They hired a candidate that looked like them or looked like me, or they wanted to, and I stopped it. So I think, being the same in private and public is super critical. Being, standing for what you believe in, having certain values that you just are unequivocal for you, that you're willing to sacrifice anything for. I have another one. I can't give the exact example publicly, but we have an industry partner who was accused of some bad stuff, and a lot of the other companies that partner with them paused their relationship for a while and said, we'll just pause what we're doing, we'll end the relationship, pause it, we'll come back after the smoke clears, I guess. And we ended it, and the other leader was very upset with me, and I had 3 or 4 different calls, and it's a super important relationship for us. But it's a principle, and if you don't live the value, they don't matter. And I think those are the kinds of things that, as a leader, you need to, no matter what size organization you have, whether you're the CEO or the manager of a department, signaling clearly that you not only, first of all, saying what you believe in, and then secondly, acting on it so that people can see that you really mean it, is critical.